Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I am your girl, Creatrix, and today I have a channel message for you all. We're not going to use the tarot cards today because we're going off the dome, okay? So, first of all, happy Gregorian calendar New Year, all right? It's still a vibe. It's still in effect. Okay, even though we know that the Gregorian calendar is off, that doesn't mean that the intention, that the feeling, that the energy is off. Okay, because we are the ones creating the energy, right? Period. So first of all, let me say, this is going to be a message to my divine masculines. Okay, and if you are a divine feminine, it would be good for you to it'd be good for you to hear this message too, because it pertains to you as well. Okay, but I'm going to be speaking to the divine masculines here, and there are not that many divine masculines. Let me tell you, there's an equal amount of divine feminine and masculines, but it's like what's happening is that the divine feminines are like pulling the divine masculines along here, okay? Because it's the divine masculines, the DMs are in a hole, okay? Like karmically, energetically, they're in a hole, and that's because they have faced a lot of attack, all right? So have the divine feminines. However, it's kind of like the masculines are like patriarchy, right? Patriarchy is in effect, and because of patriarchy, there is misogyny and chauvinism and all these different things that stem from patriarchy that directly affect the feminine, right? The feminine energy. And because of that, there's been a lot of karma placed on the divine masculine. So that karmic bank, the Ashe bank, right, for the divine masculines is like more depleted than the divine feminines. And because of this, right, the Most High or the universe has arranged a situation in which the divine masculines, right, the divine masculines, some way, somehow have attacked their divine feminines. Okay, this is by this is association. That's what I'm hearing. It's like they've associated themselves with the divine feminines without the divine feminine's knowledge, right? They've done something to penetrate the divine feminine's knowledge, or at least in the 3D realm, that's what it looks like. It looks like divine feminine kind of living her life, and then divine masculine penetrating her force field, either maliciously, it could have been like maliciously, it could have been they thought that they were targeting her, you know, spiritual warfare, or like whatever it is, right? Divine masculine got their hooks into the divine feminine without her consent, right? And this was a learning lesson for both parties here, right? But in the 4D or in the 5D, what this really was is that the divine masculines anchored themselves into the divine feminine's energy, because the divine feminine is currently ascending, and they are ascending very quickly. So in order to help the divine masculines pull them out of the hole, the negative, they're in the negative in the Ashe bank, right? And to put them on the same footing. You see, the Most High is so complex and so intelligent that the Most High created a situation, or the Most High organized, why can't I think of the word, strategized a situation in which to get the divine masculine and the divine feminine on the same common ground, on the same level very quickly. And the Most High did this by allowing the divine masculine to attack the divine feminine and energetically get his hooks into the feminine. And as the feminine is ascending, the divine masculine is also being forced into rapid ascension to get them both on the same wavelength, on the same frequency. And once they do get on the same frequency, right, over time, right, this is happening over time, they will meet on the same frequency, and there will be no choice for the universe to allow them to meet in the physical realm. Right now, because y'all are on different frequencies or different vibrations, there's like a separation that's going on, right? Like a lot of us, we don't know who our divine masculines are. The divine feminines don't know who the divine masculines are. But because the divine masculines had to attack the divine feminines, they know who their feminines are. Okay, they might have not known that when they attacked her. All right, and by attack, I mean like energetically. It could have been through spell work. It could have been, and I'm not saying that divine masculine was a full-on warlock or a babalawo or like a spiritual whatever. That could be the case, right? That definitely could be the case. But I'm not saying that like the divine masculines previously were warlocks. No, I'm saying like they could have been performing witchcraft on divine feminine unknowingly knowing that, if that even makes sense, unknowingly that it's witchcraft, if that makes any sense. And my throat chakra is like so weird. You're gonna have, this message is for you, whether you're a DM or a DF. You're gonna have a huge throat chakra upgrade very soon. If not, you're in the process. And what this throat chakra upgrade is going to be like, you're gonna sound better. Like if you're musically challenged, or if you're like, if your voice isn't as like nice as you want it to be and you've been practicing, it's going to get better. Like you're going to sound better. Like you're going to be very melodic. People are going to crave hearing you. They're going to want to hear you because you're going to be able to, whatever you are thinking in your mind that you want yourself to sound like in terms of like hitting certain notes and stuff, like that's going to come into fruition very soon. So your throat chakra is opening up / balancing out at this moment. And also like you're glowing up physically as well. So your voice is glowing up, right? And not only is your voice gonna sound better, but you're gonna command more attention. Like people are gonna listen to you, and they're actually gonna take into consideration what you're saying and wanting to apply it to their lives. Like if you are a spiritual guru or whatever, or like a teacher or a life coach, a therapist, whatever the case is, like you are in the business of speaking to people, or you could be a reader like me, people are going to start to begin to actually listen to what you're saying and not only take into consideration, but apply it into their life. They're going to see you as like a genuine source of guidance, okay? Because you could feel like people, like when you give people advice, like you could have stopped giving people advice because you feel like people don't want to take it or they don't want to listen, okay? And you could be like, I give up, I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to waste my breath on them, whatever. Like people are going to start to listen. So like keep doing what you're doing, keep talking, because people are going to start to look back, whether you post videos, whether you post TikToks, or even just speak to people. They're going to go back and remember like, oh, so-and-so said this to me. Like once your throat chakra balances out the way that it's supposed to, and all of this is happening in a timely fashion for a reason. Okay. It's not all happening all at once because things need to go in chronological order. But once your throat chakra does align and balance, people are going to listen to what you say more. Like they're going to see you as a source of truth. Okay. You're going to be validated is what I'm hearing. So yes, you're going to be like somebody that people look up to, listen to, take very seriously. That's what I'm picking up, is like people didn't take you seriously in the past, even though like what you were saying was truthful and honest. People could have like, you could be somebody who's like way into the future while everybody's in the present. Like you're a leader, so you're way past your time. You're like 100 years ahead of your time is what I'm getting. 50, 100 years ahead of your time here. And It could have been difficult for people to like wrap their head around what it was that you were saying, but people are going to see you very soon. People are going to see you as a viable source of information. Like, people are going to sit at your feet. It's like giving elder energy, but you could be young, or you could be middle-aged, or you could actually be an elder, but people are going to start valuing what you have to say. Okay, because it works. Like, it's going to be like tried and true type of shit. Like, your words are gonna ring true. Okay, and I'm even getting like a King Solomon vibe, where like what you say comes to fruition. So not only do you predict the future, or are you ahead of your time, but you can like change people's circumstances. You can heal people's circumstances just by talking about it, is what I'm getting here. Like, you know how the Most High, or in the Bible, God used his words to create the earth realm. It's giving that, like, your words have the power to change energy, to rearrange, to reconfigure energy. So people are going to go to you just so you can speak or heal, like put healing words over their life, over their situation here. That's very powerful, okay? So not only is your voice going through a glow up, but your physical body is also going through a glow up too, okay? Your brain is sharper. It's giving crown chakra energy, but you're remembering more. You're pulling downloads out of the atmosphere more. Okay, you are following your intuition more. You're allowing for your intuition to take the forefront. Like paper is a human invention, okay? The computer is a human invention. Calendars are a human adventure. The pens are human adventure, I mean invention. That's so weird. You could be on an adventure right now. It could feel like you're going on an adventure, and it could feel like things are happening very quickly, very rapidly. Okay, but what I mean to say with the invention stuff is that, like, you are tapping into your natural abilities. Like, you don't need a pen and paper to remember shit anymore. You don't need a pen and paper to write down whatever it is that you used to do before. Like, you remember shit very quickly, all right? It could be daily tasks, it could be weekly tasks, but like your memory it's given, in a nutshell, it's given, you are like Lucy off the movie Lucy. I think her name was Lucy, but where she takes those drugs, the drugs explode in her stomach, and she's starting to use more and more of her brain. And when she gets to a place where she's using 100% of her brain, like, her human body dissolves and she just becomes like part of the atmosphere, and she can control everything. She can control reality, right? It's giving that. So you're headed in that direction, except you are still having a human experience, you know? You are juggling the three-dimensional realm and the spiritual realm at the moment, and you're doing a very good job. But like, it's speeding up. Like, you're able to juggle more and more and more. And what that looks like is like you're able to tap into your body more. Like, it's less about what you can use externally. Like, just how like I'm not using tarot cards during this reading is because I'm getting the downloads here, because I'm using the invention that the Most High gave me, which is our natural bodies, right, in order to deliver this message. Whereas tarot cards are an external tool outside of us, right? So things like, you're starting to implode inwards in a very good way. Like, things are starting to open up for you inwardly, which is very profound. And I'm just getting dramatic. It's dramatic because and that could be why you're having such a great adventure. Like, your day-to-day life is so adventurous and fun, even though like you could not be doing anything different than what you used to be doing. But it's like your internal world is becoming so powerful that you pay more attention to your internal world than you do your external world, right? And it's very profound and dramatic because nobody can touch this. This is fortified. Nobody can change your mind unless you give them permission. Nobody can convince you to have low self-esteem unless you allow them. Nobody can force you to have low confidence. Nobody can force you to not believe in your intuition or to choose it or religion or spirituality unless you give them that power. So it's like you're taking your power back because you're listening more to your internal self than your external self. And that's what makes you so powerful, is because you are literally governing yourself. Nobody else has power over you. You are governing all of your faculties. You are leading yourself, and that's why you are a leader, okay? I haven't even gotten to like the meat of the message right now, okay? But these are just qualifiers for the message that I'm about to give, okay? So you understand what I'm saying, or you're going to understand everything that I've been saying thus far if this message is for you, okay? Listen anyway, because this could be the future for you. All right. Or it could be something that you're currently going through or you went through already. Okay. So as a divine masculine, also another qualifier is Prince. If you listen to Prince, if you've been hearing songs, Prince songs, okay, the rock star Prince, all right, the Prince of pop, all right, could be the king of pop too, but like MJ. But I'm really getting Prince vibes, and you know, I feel like I'm dressed like Prince with the ruffles and everything. So Prince actually is the one who delivered the message about the glow up. Like, your voice is glowing up and your looks are glowing up as well, and people are going to start to pay more attention to you overall, right? Overall, to your voice and to your looks. So my divine masculines, like I was saying, you could be beating yourself up because you feel like you betrayed the divine feminine by energetically infiltrating her, okay? And it could have been malicious at the time. It could have been, you know, it could have been malicious at the time because you felt like the divine feminine was a threat. You were convinced that the divine feminine was a threat, so you attacked her in order to either protect yourself or the people around you, okay? And that is okay. The Most High is saying that is okay. And as divine feminines, we are aware and we are spiritually aligned. So we understand that not everybody who attacks you, like, we don't hold grudges. Like, divine feminine, we have an elevated spiritual way of looking at things. Like, sometimes people attack you because you're meant to heal them. People spiritually, physically, mentally attack you because you are meant to heal them. And as earth angels, as divine feminines, we understand that we are vessels, we are channels for change, we are channels for healing, and our beauty, our energy, our attractiveness, our magnetism is meant, our light is meant to draw in the darkness. We put our bodies and our spirits in the line of fire. We are the spiritually courageous. We are the spiritual leaders. We put ourselves in a position to be attacked, to be seen. Okay, hence why our energy is magnified on purpose. We put ourselves in a position to be seen and attacked in order to heal people, because what happens is people put energetic hooks in us, whether it's evil eye, whether it's straight up witchcraft, whether it's verbal abuse, whether it's, you know, just people having jealousy towards you, envy towards you, right? These are people putting energetic hooks in you, right? They're actually attaching themselves to your energy unknowingly. And we're not mad at that. Okay, if you're a divine feminine, you're not mad at that. You're not scared. You're not mad. You're fearless. Okay, because you know you're a vessel, and you know that you're protected. At the end of the day, you're protected, and you are willing to do the work. You're willing to do the healing work for these people. You are selfless in the most beautiful and profound way. Okay, and you as a divine masculine, okay, in the future or presently, you could be feeling so guilty, is what I'm picking up. Okay, you could be feeling so guilty. You could be feeling afraid. okay, to approach your divine feminine. You could be feeling embarrassed, ashamed, because you know that the divine feminine knows that you've attacked her in some way, shape, or form. Even though you're in love with her, or you have love for her and you want to protect her now, you know that at some point in the past you have attacked her, okay? And this is bothering you, and it's keeping you from reaching your full potential as a divine masculine. And I'm telling you that the Most High wants you to know, and your guides and your ancestors want you to release that energy, release that energy. You only did what you were supposed to do. You only did what you were supposed to do. Okay? And this is strategy. This is strategy. You are a master of war, and so is your divine feminine. You had to make it look like you were attacking your divine feminine because the quote-unquote enemy was watching. They were watching. So in order for the divine feminine to single you out, to pull you from whatever deep karmic hole you were in, you could have, the divine masculines I'm picking up, you could have been part of a secret society. You could have been part of a cult. You could have been part of some people that did some really shitty things, or you could have been in contract with them, or you could be in cahoots with them, or you could have been working with them, divine masculine. But and that's because the Most High, this is a play, this is a game. You were deep undercover is what you don't understand. You were deep undercover, and you needed to learn their secrets. You needed to know their secrets, and there needed to be a way that the Most High and the divine feminine were able to rapidly help you ascend into the truest version, the highest version of yourself. And you only could have done that if you had latched on to the divine feminine through the attacks, through the energetic attacks. So what's happening now is, because you've done what you were supposed to and you've attacked the divine feminine, she is now, because she is ascending, she's been placed in a position where the Most High, her ancestors, the guides, are protecting the divine feminine now. She's kind of in hermit mode, alone, in solitude, right? Being allowed to flourish, okay? Like, she's in her soft girl era. And the divine feminine is now ascending, right? And it's happening internally, so nobody can stop it. They're helpless. The enemies are helpless to do anything, because the divine feminine, no matter what kind of energetic attacks, spiritual attacks, witchcraft they send to her, she is continuing to grow and flourish and get better, because she has been cocooned. That was her job, is to be cocooned, and she could handle the loneliness. She could handle the having to figure things out on her own, being independent spiritually, because that's what the divine feminine does. She is the most powerful in the spiritual. And the masculine, okay, he is more powerful in the physical, so he could take the blows, being around the people, the secret societies who had the yucky energy, who were envious and jealous and backstabbing. There's more of an emotional force field when it comes to the divine masculines, right? You know how they say that men are like, they can turn off their emotions, or they're not as tapped into their emotions? That's a gift, or it can be used as a gift, right, in the right circumstances, because the divine masculine was able to kind of hold down the fort, because he doesn't have to be as emotional, even though they have. I'm not saying that men can't be emotional, don't get me wrong, right? But what I'm saying is that men have a very unique capability of expressing themselves in different ways, to where they can withstand some hurtful things, or you know what I'm saying? They can get their feelings hurt, and they are okay if they don't show it, even though we all know that men are allowed to express themselves, right? But like, for example, divine feminine, if she was in that, if she was in that kind of situation, because she is so spiritual, and that means also being emotionally tapped in, it could have wreaked havoc on her, okay? It could have really hurt divine feminine's feelings if she maybe would have shut down, and or she would have been trying to have conversations with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like women are women, okay? Let's be real. Women are women, men are men, all right? And we can handle different things. So anyway, divine masculine was put in this situation to kind of infiltrate or play a role so that, the enemy can be tricked, because both divine feminine and divine masculine were placed in plain sight, okay? They're both in plain sight. And so now what's happening is the divine feminine is pulling the divine masculine along during this ascension journey. And as a divine masculine, you could be feeling like you're losing your damn mind, is what I'm getting, okay? So divine feminine, she's doing well right now. She's doing well. She's ascending. She's doing the heavy lifting spiritually, right? Like, because divine masculine has his hooks in divine feminine, what that means is that as divine feminine ascends, she's actually transmuting a lot of divine masculine's energy for him in order for him to ascend. So what's happening is that a lot of the emotional baggage that divine masculine is having to face because he's in this cult situation where he's constantly being attacked, maybe verbally, psychologically, all of these, I'm just feeling like things are exploding, like relationship wise. Like maybe he's finding out secrets about people that he thought that loved him and appreciated him and protected him and respected him. Maybe he's finding out that these people are actually backstabbers and jealous of him and envious of him. And he's having to deal with those situations because he's going through the dark night of the soul. He's going through heavy ascension process. So what the feminine is doing and why they're telepathically, the reason why DM and DF have to be telepathically aligned right now or connected is because DF is helping DM process or transmute some of the trauma that he's experiencing, right? So that's a gift from the divine for him having to be in the front line in the physical realm. DF is helping him be in the front line. DF is holding it down in the front line in the spiritual realm for him. So she's helping transmute a lot of the energies that's coming out for DF in order for them to finally or eventually meet at a common ground right now. Okay, and I hope I'm making sense, okay? Oops, I kicked the camera. So I hope that's making sense right now, okay? So as a divine masculine, you could feel like you're going crazy. You could be questioning whether or not you're bipolar or you're schizophrenic, or like you could really feel like you're going crazy. Okay, or this could be in the future. It could be present or it could be in the future is what I'm getting here, okay? It's going to get worse in the future, but with it, when I say worse, this is what I mean. You as a DM, you could be somebody who's very used to being in the spotlight. You could be used to being the popular one. You could be used to being the one that everyone wants to be like or looks up to. You're in your peer group, right? You could always have fit in. Okay, maybe you played sports, maybe you did something cool like music, or you stood out, you were on a stage maybe, but people gravitated towards you and people wanted to be like you, okay? But what you're going to start to feel in the near future or in the present future is that people are going to start detaching from you. They're going to start removing themselves from your energy slowly. Okay, you're going to start to feel lonely, or you're going to start to feel rejected. Okay, and you're going to start to feel like you're different. It's not going to be that you're rejected. You're not rejected. You're actually becoming more magnetic as a person, and people actually are going to gravitate towards you. But internally, you're going to feel rejection. You're going to feel not rejection, but you're going to feel different. You're going to feel different because you are different. Okay, and this could have been something that DF has been feeling her whole life, but you're going to start to feel it because you're going to come out of your disguise. You're going to come out of being a spy. You're going to come out of being an infiltrator. Okay, so as this happens, your true self is going to start appearing, and you're going to realize you're very different from the people who are around you. You start to care about different things. You start to reevaluate what matters more. You're going to start to care less about the material. You're going to start to become more spiritual. And with that, you're going to get a lot of downloads, and the illusion of the material realm is going to start to dissipate, and you're going to see things for what they are. It's like layers are going to start to peel off, and you're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper into the spiritual. And I'm not going to lie, it can feel like psychosis. It can feel like spiritual psychosis. But with that, well, that's what I meant by it's going to get worse. But with that, along with that, is you're also going to start to feel more confident, and you're also going to start to feel more sure of yourself. Okay, spiritual psychosis, like true psychosis, occurs when people's crown chakra or third eye chakra busts open, but they don't have the self-esteem or confidence to realize that what they're feeling, what they're experiencing is very much so real. Okay, and they don't have the discipline and self-control to be able to balance being in the spiritual and the physical realm at the same time. And then they start to take medication, and then the medication makes it worse. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you not to take your meds, but this is for educational purposes only. So consult your therapist, whatever the case, consult a doctor, right? But I'm keeping it real here. I'm speaking truth. All right. I got to say that for the YouTube, but it is what it is. Like the chemical imbalance occurs when you put the chemical imbalance in your body via medication. All right. So I'm not telling you not to take your medication, like I said, but I am telling you that there needs to be a balance, is what I'm saying. Okay. And so our guides help us through the ascension process. Okay. And that's DF, that's what's happening right now, is your guides, your ancestors. Okay. The people who helped, the reason why you were chosen is because you come from a long line of people who have the perfect DNA sequence, genetic markers, genetic sequences that allow you to be the quote unquote chosen one. Okay, so your DNA is unfolding, it's opening up, you're blooming like a flower, right? And your ancestors are helping, guiding you through this, as they are the only ones that can do it. So you're not here to trust other spiritual leaders. You're not here to learn from external sources, other people. You're only here to learn from yourself. You have every bit of information that you need to be successful at this time. All right. So you're not to look elsewhere. You're not to look elsewhere. You're to look here. If you have any questions, any concerns, any decisions that you have to make, no matter how small or how big, if it's your daily task, if it's a life, decision, you're not to look anywhere else except here. You make your decisions for yourself. You're not supposed to ask your mommy, your papa, your brother, your sister. I don't care who it is. You're not supposed to ask anybody for advice. All right. You're not here to get readings from anybody else. Okay. You can do readings for yourself. Okay. But you're here to tap into your intuition, your gifts. Nobody else can guide you. You are ordained. Okay. You are ordained the leader of whatever territory you're meant to rule over, okay? Because each chosen one, each DMDF pair is to rule over a territory, and there is a DMDF couple that is supposed to rule globally as well, okay? The whole of the earth realm. But within that, there's DFDM couples that will rule over the territory of whatever, North America, or whatever it is, right? I don't know how it goes exactly. Like, it could be countries, okay? It could be like India is what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm getting India right now, okay? You could be from there, okay? But yeah, so that is what is happening right now. So the main message is that you could feel like you're going crazy, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, just lean into it. Lean into it, fall forward, and also enjoy the ride. Okay? Everything is happening perfectly. There's nothing you can do to mess this up. There's nothing you can do to steer yourself wrong. Okay? You were supposed to attack the divine feminine, so let that go. Forgive yourself, because the divine feminine has forgiven you, and don't let that be a barrier to meeting your divine feminine, because when the time is right, and I don't think the time is now, but I won't speak on that. It could 4, 5, 6 on the clock, by the way. But when the time comes, don't let the fear of, oh, she knows that I betrayed her in some way, blah, blah, blah. Don't think of it as a betrayal. Think of it as like, your guides are in control. Our guides are in control, okay? The ancestors, the angels, the demons, you know, because we have demons on our team as well. They're not really demons, but that's another story for another day. But they are in control. And if they let you attack DF, it's because they needed you to attack DF, okay? Everything happened for a reason, okay? It's all about strategy, okay? And it's all about love, okay? Love is the foundation. Love is the frequency. Love is the power, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? And give yourself grace, and know that you are extremely powerful, DM, okay? And the DFs are rooting for you, and we got you. We're holding it down for you, just like you're holding it down for us. We know that you are protecting us, and we are protecting you as well, just in our own divine ways, our own ordained ways, okay? We have been given tasks based off of our strength as, you know, men and women, as DFs and DMs, okay? Not necessarily men and women. Anybody can hold both energies, right? But yeah, that is the message, and I love you all so very much. I hope that it makes sense, and I would love it if you all commented right on this video. Let me know if it made sense. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you resonate or experience or have experienced some of these things, okay? And I love you all so very much. Happy ascension, okay? Peace, y'all.